Thank you. As you join, you share it to everybody. Let's see what's going on. Okay. Yes, this is live, Ramon. This is live. So
he was here too. Gentlemen.
They're all gone.
So we're going to start in 2 minutes. So when you join, you share. Let's have everybody on board. And I know there's a lot of noise in the background, and we'll follow up very closely. We have a lot of details to give you, and of course, we want everybody on board. Keep sharing as you join. Keep sharing to everyone.
But it's like this relationship like lives a lot. We're very close. We're different, but we're close.
So we should start in the next few minutes. We should start in the next few minutes. I think we have a little issue. Let me check what's going on. We have
How do we do this? How do we do what you want to do?
okay. I think we are good. So now there is a lot that's going in here at the Congress, and so many people.
That's why we use Facebook and Google, right? Not to sort of censor,
We're going to restart this show because it seems we have a little issue with our network. I don't know what's going on, so we're going to restart. So you'll come back live immediately after this. So I think it's picking up. I don't know if it's network or some kind of interruption, but that's okay. So we're going to see how it goes. But it would appear to me like we have a little issue with the network situation here. So we are going to push this show further to the next 30 minutes, if I'm not mistaken, because it will appear that we have, but well, it seems the network is getting stable. So we'll try to see what to do here. If not, we'll look at all what's going on. So permit me, we should come back in 30 minutes. 30 minutes, so because it would appear the network is shaky or something is trying to happen here. Because what I want to discuss about this resolution is very, very important. You can see we are here at the Congress, and we are at the ribbon building at the cafeteria where we have actually visited a couple of offices. You just came from the Hart Senate building where we met a couple of people. We succeeded in meeting a senator, and but we met some of the staff assistants. And I want to tell every Southern Cameroonian watching me at this moment, I hope the volume is good. If the volume is good, let me see your thumbs up. If you get me well, let me see your thumbs up. If the volume is good, let me see thumbs up. So what we're going to do is that, because of the importance of what I want to discuss, I think the best thing I will propose at this juncture. Okay, if the volume is good, okay, they said the volume is good, means I can go ahead. So that's perfect, excellent, very excellent. So Please share and get everybody on board. Perfect. Volume is okay. So we can continue now and look at other issues. So we please just share. Anybody who's watching, just be patient. We want the audience to build up before we're going to continue. The network is breaking. I'm getting indications. Okay, we will be appreciating a couple of people. Okay, I want to thank one of our brothers who's just filing us pictures from Batman. You know, earlier today we reported that there's been an attack on Batman, and this is what's happening. We just got in this picture where they have burned down houses in Batman. You can see that. And while the audience is building, we reported earlier on this news item. It's good that we are here at the Congress so that the U.S. congressmen and women and senators would exactly be seeing what's going on in southern Cameroon. The genocide has been perpetrated, and we are very happy that you guys are building up the audience. So once we have at least 1,000 people on, we know this is an impromptu show, we would go ahead with the show. In the meantime, we want to say that as a people, we must remain collective in our endeavors. We must continuously fight. And just to let us know that the resolution that has been passed at the U.S. Congress yesterday, the 23rd, is a step towards the right direction for the people of southern Cameroon. It's a big step, and I want all of us to understand that the issue of wanting independence for southern Cameroon is not based on the fact that people would sit in their houses and cry that no to federation. You agree with me, just one quick minute, that I'm not going to be very loud because where I am, there are a lot of people who are also having their meetings and having lunch and breakfast and all of those things. And so we are going to be a little bit careful so that we don't, get on people's toes. So the resolution is simple, and that is why it is important for all of you in southern Cameroon on ground zero, all of you, the refugees who are listening to me at this time, to understand why, as a person, as Eric Tataw, I've been crying foul since the last couple of days on the attitudes of our leadership. I must say that it is very primordial for us all to now put our hands on deck and put aside differences, for us all to condemn in earnest leaders who are politicking instead of putting the revolution ahead. I want to thank CV Bello. I want to thank CV Bello of the Cameroon American Council. I just left work this morning. Today, when I left my workplace at Washington Center Hospital, I was coming back, and I reached out to people that I know also have a lot of contacts here in the Congress and in the House of Representatives. I'm here, right here, as you can see, at the Ribbon House building. When I first arrived this morning, I went to the Senate office building, where a couple of activities were going on. I want to thank Sivi Bello for giving me those directives when I reached out to her early today, because I followed the bill stuff, the resolution, and it was pretty worrying to some Southern Cameroonians. But definitely to me, as an activist, I'm not bothered about the resolution, because there is a lot that's going on, and the point is that a lot of people do not know how things work here, and that's the news we are bringing to you, that resolution has been passed on the 23rd, and we are here at the Congress to let you understand a couple of things, to know that there is still no disadvantage to the poor of Southern Cameroons. That is a move towards the right direction, and that is why I'm going to be using my expertise as one of the few Southern Cameroonians that has been to this Congress and to the Senate and to the House of Representatives to ensure that it is important for us to understand the nitty-gritties of what is going on at this time. I'm going to read a couple of things, and some of the congressmen and women that have signed or co-signed that resolution, and now the game has to shift from the Congress to the Senate. So we are going to move over now to the Senate, because in the days ahead, there's going to be another resolution that will be coming up in the Senate. We have been meeting some workers of the senators, very close collaborators of the senators. Today I met a couple of them. And so I'm just going to take this opportunity to say, I'm going to read out a couple of things, because I made quite some huge contacts. And we want Southern Cameroonians to understand that as an individual, as Eric Tataw, I'm going to still probably hold a live show after this when I get to the office or home, when it's very much secure, to explain a whole lot of things. Because you see, first and foremost, there is a very bad thing that some of our leaders here have done that is affecting the revolution terribly. And for us to be able to understand the procedures, we all must ensure that it is your responsibility to call out leaders who are out here who have decided to endorse themselves in politicking. They only do politics. They don't bother about what is the outcome and to influence policy makers in the United States. I've been crying about people who have embezzled money, because these are things that are not supposed to happen. This is diplomacy, and there are people who are lobbyists that if you give them just $10,000, $20,000, they would have done a lot of work here at the Congress. They need money to build 2 bills. They need money to park their cars, money to have coffee. Look at this cafeteria. You can see most people here are having lunch. And when you send somebody out here in the Congress, the person needs to also have lunch. So these are the things that the government is supposed to be thinking about. These are very important aspects. These are issues that we as a people must condemn the leadership here in the US for failing you on ground zero. And I want to assure you that if not for a few Southern Cameroonians who took upon themselves, to hit hard on this initiative, we would have been talking about a unitary state, not even federation. But what is the advantage of that bill or that resolution that has been passed through the Office of Caribas? I've been to the Office of Caribas several times. I've seen most of these congressmen and women and their workers. And we want to thank once more some people who don't believe in our goal of independence, but who struggle to ensure that they assist in propagating about the genocide, about human rights. So I'm seizing the opportunity to thank Sylvie Bello once more of Cameroon American Council, to thank members of the bars, Brigade Anti-Sardina, who have helped tremendously. I've been in the Senate with them, in the Congress with them. We have gone around those offices, and we used to talk on 3 R's. 3 R's used to be referendum, refugees, and recount. And we are happy that all of us have reached a stage where the U.S. Congress has passed a very important resolution clinching on the aspect of the form of the state. That is the first most important thing, that the U.S. Congress is discussing the form of the state of Southern Cameroon and La République du Cameroon, something that Paul Biya said it was not going to be discussed. If today the U.S. Congress is discussing it, it means we have moved a step further. As we are all aware, ladies and gentlemen, fellow Southern Cameroonians, the resolution has been passed. What does that mean? I don't want to go into the details, but I want to let you know, all those of you who are watching me now, that there is no disadvantage in that resolution. Listen very attentively. Very soon, conspiracy theorists will change it to something else. There is no disadvantage in that resolution because the Congress has already passed on it. So there is nothing we can do about it at this stage. So we only want to seize the opportunity to thank Ms. Bass and the Congressional Overseas Delegation of the U.S. Congress who went to Cameroon. And we want to thank the congressman from Wisconsin who spoke extensively about the situation in Cameroon. Now, I want to tell you that there is no disadvantage. And when we say there is no disadvantage, it means that as it stands, it has already been passed. And you cannot cry over disadvantage when you cannot handle it because it's going to be spill milk. Now, I want to tell us now the next solution. I want to tell us the next solution. Yes, of course, some of them will say, I'm supporting whatever, but that's fine. But we are here as a people to change the discussions of the U.S. Senate because the Congress has already passed whatever decision they have passed. And so we are going to move from there to another level in this resolution. Thank God that they are already discussing the form of the state, which we don't agree. As a people, we don't agree with federation. And the Congress says that the word Southern Cameroon is a little bit controversial. So they cannot even mention Ambazonia. So please, those who are coming to the Congress, talk more on Southern Cameroon. Talk more on Southern Cameroon. All of you on Ground Zero, those of you in the jails, those of you in other parts of the world who are Southern Cameroonians, I want you to trust the fact that as Eric Tataw, I'm going to carry this to the last level. I want you all to understand that it's very vital that you believe in the circumstances that we found ourselves in. We must all agree that we put our trust in a group of people who are only involved in conspiracy theorists, a group of people who have decided to politic more than the revolutionary spirit. And this is where we have found ourselves. Like I cried, if we dedicated only 50,000 of my trip to work into the Congress, meeting senators, meeting governors, we would have ensured that by now we would have gone past this stage. Now, tomorrow, there are a lot of events that are coming up. Once we are 1,000 people plus, we are going to pass this particular very important message. We are half 1,000. I will start with this one that will come from the office of the senator from Montana, Senator John Tester. You can meet Senator John Tester on Wednesday, July 31. Oh, Wednesday, is it July 31? Let me check the date. I want to be sure about the date. Please, excuse me. Let me look up the calendar for July. So,
I know, it does smell good.
so we're going to look at the calendar for July.
So there's a salad bar.
Perfect. July 31 is Wednesday, I think. So Wednesday, July 31, Senator for Montana is going to be having what they call coffee with a constituency. So all of you from Montana, if you are from Helena, Montana, please call your senator. Those of you from Washington, D.C., call in and book an appointment for the coffee. So once we have that appointment, you'll be able to meet the senator and discuss this, because since the Congress, the House of Representatives has passed the resolution, it's going to move over to the Senate, and we are going to change that discussion in the Senate by our persistent calling. So make sure you stay focused. There's a lot of noise. I just want to introduce this to you. I am going to move from here to my office or home, where it will be calmer, and I will do another specific show. So all those of you who are following here, in the next 1 hour, it would have been 1 p.m. Washington, D.C. time, which will be 7 p.m. Ground Zero. Is it 7 p.m.? 1 should be 6 p.m. Ground Zero time, or Amber time, or Cameroon time. We are going to hold another live show to discuss, because there's a lot of noise here. I can't really get it straight, since I cannot say a lot of things on top of my voice. So I want to let you know that it's important that your revolution is still on track, and the resolution is good to go, but we have to change some things on the resolution. We have to go out, because you cannot only cry that you don't want federation on Facebook. You have to cry following a very standard procedure. So I'm going to leave you here. In the next 1 hour, I'm going to be live on this page with a lot of insights and a whole lot of things that have happened. So don't miss it. In 1 hour, it's going to be 6 p.m. Ground Zero. Let's all converge on this page, and then we'll expatiate extensively. Thank you, and make sure that you stay tuned, and we'll be out here to ensure that we educate you and to give your revolution back to you. So in 1 hour's time, we'll be live again on Facebook. Thank you so much.